I'll just kick off this licensing thing. I sent out a note yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, because there's been some confusion about exactly what this U3AWeb licensing process was all about. So hopefully everybody got that, and maybe perhaps it's clear. But is everybody happy with that, or read it, or understand what's going on? Okay, that it really isn't sort of anything that's going to change at all at the moment. There's only sometime in the future something might happen, but the idea was to be able to have something already going if that happened, to just make certain that you were able to continue with the system. So as I say, Neil was going to sort of just do an update of where things have got to, but if he isn't here, I could just sort of say what we've done so far. Then is that we have now got the licensing agreement finished, and some have signed it. Richard has signed it, and so we do have sort of these licensees now in place. We had a session in Holmes Chapel 3 weeks ago, where we did where the 3 licensees sort of had a sort of little training session really on how the system works and where it is and how to get access to all this these various parts of the system, which now and also gave them some test facilities as well, so they can look at the database and do things, but they can't look at your database. It's all the stuff they've got is all test stuff. The only time they get access to that is when what's called the event date in the agreement happens. Up to that, they get access to how the system works, but they don't get access to your individual systems at this stage. So, but obviously, when that time comes, if it comes, then they do need to be able to get access to it in order to be able to do the various support work and that sort of thing. It might well be necessary. So, Richard, you got anything to comment on that?
No, I've got nothing to add. No, we've obviously got a long way to go to get familiar with it, or I have anyway, but no other comment. All seems fine to me.
Right, okay, good. Everybody else happy then? So Neil's missed his slot. There we go. So, right, okay. We'll go on to the next thing on the agenda then, which was really to it was to try and sort of look at some of the reports that you can get through, or some of the things that you can get out of the system. And so what I've sort of identified is 11 reports that you might or might not find useful, and I'll just have a quick look at those. So I'll do that now.
Yes, I'm here, but I've got a bit out of breath.
Is there anything you want to say? We've done part 1.
All right. Not really. Other than that, what did you say? You covered what we're doing.
Yeah. What I did was just I just covered a bit of paper I sent out yesterday.
Yeah.
And then just the fact that we had the session up in Holmes Chapel, and you've got access to lots of stuff now, and you can.
But only our own stuff, not. I'll let you say, like in the email yesterday, we've only got access to it, sort of a sample of data that we can use, basically, at the moment.
Yes.
As long as everybody's clear on that. So I presume that I take it that we will then start. Maybe Richard, Laurie, I take it we'll get together and discuss any further action that we want to do before anything, which hopefully is in the future, a long way in the future. That's about all, really. Ben, did you mention you've changed the email address of the web host and all that sort of thing, and the actual addresses that we've all got, so that we can access that as well because we have the password sealed away at the moment.
Yes, yeah, I no, I hadn't gone into that sort of technical
Right.
detail, if you like. So yeah, it's you've got the sign-ons, but you don't have the passwords.
That's
and
right.
And they're sort of logged away.
They're locked away in my envelope in the safe. No, that's about all, really, because we've not done any more since then. We hope it doesn't come for some years, don't we, Richard?
I'll turn with Michael again. Yes.
I think I'm hoping a little bit more than all of you. Yeah,
Live long and prosper.
exactly.
Yeah, look after yourself, will you? But at least we have a way forward now.
Yes, I think it's security for everybody, really. That
Yeah,
it's not dependent on entirely on me. So even if I just sort of get stroppy and walk away, you've still got all the access you need to actually control the system.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not that I'm likely to do that, but still. Yeah.
but we hope not.
Yeah.
Not that we've got more familiar.
No, that's right. Give you a few more months. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Right. All right. So I'll go back to then sort of the reports. So what I've sort of identified was a number of reports, and these are just an example of things that we can do, and whether or not people are using them. So I've set them up in my reports, and we'll just have a look at some of them. So the first one. By the way, all these reports have now been put into master reports, so you can get them out and use them if you want to, and then move them across into my reports if you want to give them to other people. So, yeah. So top one, it's just a list of all the groups with some of the vital information there, which you might just be useful to have rather than having to search through to find things. These reports can be changed and added to, and so there's information you want not here. It can be added. You can add it yourself if you want to, but we're certainly there's a number of us who will give you a hand and change these reports if you want to. So this one is just a straightforward list of all the groups, and yeah, you can export this to bulk email, which must be the this is one of yours, isn't it, Neil?
Yes, it is, but you couldn't export that one because it's not got the ID of any of the people.
It must have, because it's got export to bulk email here, so the system doesn't offer you that unless.
No, I don't think you press it. I don't think it'll work because you need the member number, member ID.
Gone. Good. Right. Okay. So anyway, it's there, and it gives you a list. So you're right. You can't export it to.
No.
But I must admit, I thought it didn't show it. So I'll have to have a look at that.
Well, it'd be useful if you did make it that way, Chris. So it's obvious that it didn't work.
Yes. The only thing I can think of, it might have the leaders.
It has. They are in the report, but it's only because I haven't selected them to appear in that.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, there's a simple list of your groups if you want to have it, rather than sort of and who's in charge and what the telephone number is and that sort of stuff. Then right, the second one there, again a group report, which is just something there which will tell you how many members are in each group, what the maximum number and what the percentage is of
Capacity.
Yes. Yes. Sorry. So yeah. So then just showing the percentage. Right. Sorry. The third one here is just a list of all group leaders. and this one you can take out to bulk email. So if you wanted to send them an email, you can export to bulk email here by doing not.
No, you
Why
can't.
is that then?
But not from the tutor table, obviously. Depends where that member numbers come from, doesn't it? Because it's not member number in the
Oh yeah,
groups table.
yes, of course. That one will have come from the group.
Yeah, group X.
Yes, the group list. So yeah. Right. Okay. So the next one there is a gift aid report. I don't know whether I assume everybody sends back a gift. Oh, everybody who's a charity sends back a gift aid report. So this one here, you can just put a date in, 1st of January, in this form 2023-0101, which sort of tells you there, and it will give you everybody who's paid, who is registered for gift aid after that date. This is my test file, so there's not much information there, but again, I don't know whether people will find that useful.
We had trouble with our gift aid last year. They seem to change the format of what they want from year to year. For instance, we've got like a doctor with a DR full stop got thrown out because they just expect it to be DR.
Oh right, yes. So it's
bits of things like that, and we sent it off to them, and it came back saying these are wrong, etc. And it does seem to change. So we have about 5 goals each year getting the format that they want. That was this year, but
okay. Right. Okay. There's another groups list here with a slightly different setup. Again, gives a bit more information and or different information that was there before, showing the frequency and various other bits of information. But
that's yours, isn't it, Alan?
Yes. The reason this one was generated was the fact that for non-email people, non-internet people, if you like, we do a thing called the MGB, the Meeting of Groups booklet, and it is used. It was designed so that we could export this data and then put it into a format that could go off to the printers. So that was all it was. Yes, you're absolutely right, Neil.
So the one that you produced, Neil, is
well, I take the appropriate files from you, ones that are produced overnight, and it reads those as a linked file into Access, and then all you need to do is tell it what year you want, and it'll just produce that booklet.
Oh right, so you need Access as well to do yours.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you do with it once you produced it?
It goes to the printers, and then we print about 250 off. Leave them. Some go to offline members. I think we've still got 100 offline members, and some we distribute around, like to the library, local pharmacy, something like that. That just for people to pick up. So it's nice, but I say it's not for anybody that doesn't use Access.
Okay, right, fine. So I'll go back to the list again. This one here, lock members. It's something which this is one of the things that has actually been changed in version 11.9 of the system. But you perhaps need to understand which members get locked. They get locked when they're paying online and the thing doesn't complete properly. We've found various ways in which people can get locked. I've blocked several of them, but they always seem to get around it somehow or other. So we end up with these locked members. Now it's a report which you can just run every so often just to see how many locked members you have. Hopefully not very many. But it's to do with Stripe. It's when people pay online and it's not.
Wasn't it 11.8, Chris, not 9?
11.8's got the clear lock members. 11.9 has got. I'm still trying. No, I think I put another blockage in 11.9 to try and stop them actually happening in the first place.
All right.
So, Chris, can I ask, you said that you put this thing in 11.8 for unlocking locked members. Where was that again?
So if we go into somebody's name, if they have got, if they have got locked, oh, hang on, let me go back. Who was that locked member I just looked at?
Una Stubbs.
Una Stubbs, right, okay. See here, at the end here, if they are locked, then you get this up at the end, and you can just click on it and it will.
Wonderful. So it's in the members record, as it were. Right. Okay. Great.
It's in the members details if you go in through member view.
Right. Superb.
So hopefully now, if I go back to this one and try and run the report, just testing the system. Oh, good. Yeah. Right. So there is not. Let's see that there we go. Right. Okay. I don't know whether people would find this one useful. This is a list of members who aren't in any group at all. Haven't joined anything. I don't know if people have a lot of them.
You've gone ever so muffled, Chris.
Have I?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, sorry. I must have gone a little bit away from the microphone. This is a list of members who are not in any group at all. Sort of wonder why they might be a member in the first place if they aren't in any groups. But is this something that people have a lot of?
I think some members come to monthly speaker meetings and others go to groups, but there's quite a lot in groups.
So you mean people who go to the monthly meeting, or that's enough?
If a U3A has one, they go to the monthly speaker meeting, but might not be
in any group. Yeah.
In any group, but predominantly, I think people join a group.
Yeah.
An interest group.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, this report will go through and find out and tell you if they aren't in any one. So I don't know. It might be useful. This one here is another one to tell you how many people. Well, as we saw just a minute ago, there are 51 members who are not in any groups at all. This just shows the breakdown of members, how many groups they are in. So in this particular test system here, I've got 31 of other members who are just in one group, 4 in 2, etc., of the 93 I've got in the test system now. Again, useful perhaps, I don't know. It's there anyway if you want to use it. Members who have joined and left, in what year they've done that. So you can see that in 2020, 46 active members, seven suspended, and 9 were deleted in that year. So that's people who joined in 2020.
Left in the same year, or within a year.
Yes.
Yeah, because our committee quite often look at that to see they're not very good. You know, the churn rate not good.
Yes, churn rate. That's the word. Yes.
Yeah. So this. Sorry, I'm being a bit thick here. Is this a report on members that joined? Let's take 2023. They joined in 2023 and left in 2023. Is that what you're saying?
Within a year of joining, I think it is. I'd have to look.
Oh, I thought this was the number of people that joined in let's take 2020. The number of people that joined in 2022.
And how many left?
And how many left in 2022? Yeah. But they're not necessarily the same people.
No, not necessarily the same people. No.
Right.
No. Are you sure?
Well, I'd have to look, Chris.
I thought it was people who joined in.
I think it is the same year. Yes.
People who joined in 2023 and then have subsequently left afterwards.
Yes.
So if you take the 2021,
yeah,
the 62 people joined in 2020. 46 still remain. 7 have been are suspended, and 9 have left.
Yes.
So when you run your 2023 final delete suspended, those 7 will disappear because they will move across into deleted.
Yeah. So is this calendar year, Chris, or is it a membership year?
it's calendar year at the moment. It could be anything, you know. I mean, it could be changed, but at the moment it's calendar year. Yeah.
Right.
But I think that's the thing about these reports. They are they're just here, and they, if people have got specific requirements to say, oh well, I'd rather have it from March to March or whatever it is, then I'm sure we can make those changes to it.
That's one example.
I missed how we access them.
Right. Okay. If you go into your My Information, well, no, sorry. How you actually? I'll come back to how you access them in a bit, then, if I may, at the end.
That's one example, Chris, of where roll-up worked properly.
Say again, Neil.
That's one example of where roll-up worked properly. Didn't you give
Oh,
you?
right. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is probably more useful for calendar year because it's sort of people that join in, let's say January of any calendar year. You then run through your year. You have your membership year, let's say, starts in September. If you run it in November, you would see that they joined in January but never paid a renewal fee and ended up leaving. So they were here for less than a year.
That's right.
I think that's probably quite useful.
Yeah, because that's where you're saying, well, I'm not doing very well, are we? Which is why
we didn't satisfy their needs, as it were.
Yeah, yeah. It relates to the members not in any group, because that was one of the thoughts, was that people couldn't join the group they wanted to, so they ended up with nothing.
All right. Yeah.
And then left.
Right. Okay. Yes. So, but you know, these are just illustrative. You know, I think they could be just changed around and done. You know, presented differently or different parameters there. Right. New members. Again, you put a start date in, and it'll tell you how many new members you've had since a particular date. So here we've had 8. We've got a logged in since, so here are members who've actually not logged in. Sorry, vital, not logged in. So these are people who may have paid but aren't using the website, I guess, for payment or anything. And then I think the last one I've got there is full analysis. Oh, right. So it'll just tell you sort of who paid, how they paid. It'll break down into the various manual payment, check, cash, bank transfer, online card, direct debit, or whatever it is, and we'll just give you a breakdown of those if it's of any interest. So, so these were just ones I picked out. I thought they might be useful, but they're just to illustrate what you can do. These particular ones are sitting in master reports, which means you can get access to them yourself anytime you want. So we do that by going into the report writer, and then you've got this thing at the top which says change to master reports. And if you change it over to master reports, then actually all the ones that I've just gone through have all got a CP in front of them, so you can. So if we wanted to take that the attendee count by percentage and want to move that across and use it, so you will have a copy icon here. So if you copy it across, just click on that, and then it goes back to there, and now you will see it's now sitting in your reports here. Now, if you run it, you can run if you've got report writer, can run it yourself. But if you want to give that to, I don't know, your group coordinator, then you can move that across into my reports for them. So so now we've got this report here, CP attend my thing. If we go into my reports, which you can do, and at the bottom here, you should be able to find. That's it.
Are you going to add that one first, Chris?
Yeah, I've got to add it first. Yes, I've got to add it. So put it in there. And so now it's here, and now you can, by typing in here, you can say, well, I want to give that to I don't know, Tony Blair. So update that. So that report now is available to me, as you can see, it's there. But also, if Tony Blair logs in and goes into my reports, it would be sitting there for him as well. But nobody else gets to see it unless they've got report writer access.
Could you, sorry, Chris, that when you started that from the master reports, and there's one or two there I would like to have. Can you just show me the beginning bit again?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So if you go into report writer,
Yeah.
and then you've got this thing here, change to master reports at the top. So that at the moment, this is a list of all your reports that are in your system only. These master reports are here, and you can see they've been set up over the years. So which one were you thinking of?
Well, there's a few, but certainly renewal by payment date, that will do for starters.
Next page.
Can't see it. Oh, there. Yeah. So if you decide you want that one,
Yeah.
you click on this copy icon that's there. So, and then it drops back into your reports, and therefore here, there you are. It's sitting there now. So if you want to run it, it needs a parameter to run. So you're probably better to have it in my reports anyway. But if you run it without, oh no, it defaults to 2023. Oh, that one. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's because you've got that in memory because you ran it.
It's going to be, I don't think
It does. It retains the last one.
Oh, okay. So I need to put it in there. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, right. Okay.
I have a suggestion, Chris. Can you
Okay.
can you go back to where are you going? Query writer or reports writer, whatever you call it, and then
Change the colour of master report.
no. What I was going to suggest was now go to change master reports up the top there. I would say, this is just me being devil's advocate here, I would say that your remove icon and your two little glass mirror icons are far too close together. Somebody is likely to remove it from master reports, rather they might misclick and hit the wrong bit.
Yeah,
I do actually get remove and copy.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
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 Well, you shouldn't have done originally. You didn't originally, I know.
No.
I've just done it now.
I only get remove in my own reports, but I get remove and copy in the admin in the master.
Yeah, I do as well.
Through in a point upgrade, Chris.
Say again.
I must have slipped through in an upgrade.
Well, it must. It's been there somewhere. Yes. And does it actually remove it?
It highlights.
I tell you what. Click the all groups list one. This one here, and see if it goes.
It asks you to confirm the action. Confirmation, but if you say yes to the confirmation, it removes it. So I believe it just removed it.
Yeah,
It's removed it, is it?
I would have thought that remove should only be available to Yoda, as in Chris.
Well, it's available mainly to Neil actually, because Neil
Dave.
were responsible for the master report.
Okay, yeah, all right, and Yoda too. Then Yoda's younger brother.
And putting them in. Well, I'm surprised you guys have got it. And anyway,
You didn't used to have, Chris. I remember when you set it up.
yeah, I will check that out and remove the remove.
In fact, Chris, while you're there, can you change the back to change the when you're in master reports?
Yeah.
You change that so it's more prominent.
So it's more what?
Prominent.
What's more prominent?
That actually says alongside it, you've got back to your reports. Could you put, master reports as a title?
Put it in sort of capitals and bold.
Yeah, capitals. So could I sometimes do look, and I know it looks slightly different, but just being pedantic.
Okay. Well, right, we're on the.
Yeah.
pedantic afternoon. Right. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Well, you might actually say that the copy icon should have a grey background when it's grey. If you see, it's got a white background. Yeah. Okay. So it was just really there to just to show that you've got these reports. If you want any new reports, if you want any of these reports, or you want any new reports that then I'm happy to do them. Or Neil's much better at them than I am anyway. But anyway, between us, I'm sure we can provide you with some reports if that's what you need and that's what you want. So just let us know.
You've gone muffled again.
Face your mic, Chris.
Well, I'm not changed. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's come back again now.
What was I doing? Oh, nothing. Anyway, okay. So you're right. Well, I'll go back to the agenda then. Right. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to say on reports? Right. The next thing was about whether or not there was any interest or in putting together a library of documentation that U3As have put together for the system over the years to save perhaps time in terms of if people wanted to create more documentation. Is it worth doing? Is it needed? Is it something people would use? Or
I think it's worth doing.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yes. Our group coordinator's done quite a lot of work on ours. You know.
Yes, well, I imagine different U3As have done different amounts of work on different parts of the system, and so it might prove useful. But,
well, it gives you sort of like a framework to start with, doesn't it? Even if you want to alter it.
Yeah, the only problem I can see is possibly that, I mean, I've done a whole raft of blooming videos and what have you, telling people how members can achieve things within the system, and I'm getting really clever now because I'm using AI voices, so you don't get my low dulcet tones anymore. You get Phoebe. Phoebe's a very nice girl. But the problem that I can foresee is the fact that all of my help videos are done and they are titled and they mention within the script, if you like, they mention Peterborough U3A. So if crew were using it, some of your members might turn around and go, well, I don't belong to Peterborough U3A, I belong to crew.
Nobody's ever said that, Alan, because I just
No, they go, Ecky Thump, I belong to crew, Ecky Thump.
well, yes, but that's probably an exception. Most of the other documentation will be in some form of PDF, or which can be un-PDF'd, or.
Oh, okay. If it's not a problem, it was the only thing that I could see.
A problem, and I put all the ones on you gave me onto the the left-hand menu on the website.
Okay.
So if people think it's worthwhile doing, then we probably need. I've had some stuff from Steve and Richard so far.
Richard's documentation is very good.
Sorry?
Richard's documentation is very good. In fact, the one I've got now, it says, and thanks to Easy Mold U3A for letting us use their framework.
Ah, yes.
We've done the same for one, Richard.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've done the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't said thanks to Peterborough.
That just says Peterborough, you see. It says, you know he did it.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need thanking because we've all got 6 toes. We're that close to the blooming East Anglia.
So what I'll do is, if you think it's worthwhile doing, I'll set up another entry in the system, which would be, I assume, available to administrators, so that everybody could have a look at the library and then download the information. I'll put it up in somewhere on the server, so you can download it and then change it or whatever. And I assume if people will be happy you change it if they provide it.
Yeah.
So if we can have contributions from anybody who wants to.
Or just send them to you.
Yeah, send them to me, and I'll put them all up and I'll put them all into a general library which everybody will have access to.
We've just done a risk assessment, because our chair, the son had decided we had to do them during COVID, as you know, but she's been told by somebody in the North Wales region that she's got to start doing them again.
Yeah.
So we come up with a form. Would that be any interest to anybody?
Well, I've done, you know, the ones on the Third Age Trust website.
I do, but they looked a bit complex.
They are complex, but what I've done is I've changed those all to editable PDFs. So if anyone wants any of those,
right.
So you can actually complete them online. They're editable documents.
Oh, well, that's even better.
Yeah. Because it must be the same person's told us as well, Alan.
Could be. Probably come from the trust and sort of cascaded down.
Yeah.
No, that would be good, Nick. Well, you could send them to Alan, to Chris, and we all see them.
Yeah. On the subject of RAs, if you would like to see how we do them, because ours is relatively automatic, and we do it via Google Sheets and Google Forms, and then we display it to the visitors to the group page, as it were, but the group leaders get an extra link, which means that they can go back and edit their Google form. They don't have to start again if anything changes. So I don't know, pass. They change the location of the assembly point if there's a fire in the venue that they're using. They don't have to redo the whole RA. They can just go back in and say it's not the car park anymore, it's the swimming pool at the back.
Yes.
So I'll sit down and see if I can sort of do a demo of how they work, and then if anyone wants to see how they work in detail, I can perhaps do something a bit more in depth.
Yeah, as long as we keep it simple for the leaders, they might do it. If it's too hard, they won't.
Yeah, well, our leaders initially they kicked and fought against doing them, and we had one or two that said, "I'm not doing blooming risk assessments; it's too much like work." But slowly, I think we've now got over 70% of our groups are doing them, so they're gradually coming on board. You know, I mean, 70% of 130 odd groups isn't a bad number.
No. Right.
And what do you do to them if they don't provide the risk assessment?
We send the group coordinator around with a baseball bat and basically beat them until they submit.
Right, and then close the court.
Well,
close the group.
If Alan's been told the same as us, they say that you're unlikely to get an insurance claim settled unless you've got one.
Yeah, the way it's been described to us, Neil, is risk assessments are not mandatory. However, if it ever comes to, as you say, an insurance claim, a risk assessment will facilitate the speedy response of the insurers. Yeah. If you haven't got an RA in place, it may hold things up, or even
not get it,
or even they simply won't pay out. So that's the way we describe it to the group leaders. That this isn't something that needs to be too onerous, but it could protect you in the future.
Yes.
Right. And do you do it for all groups? Because our chairs at the moment is saying outdoor activities.
No, we do it for our thrust is probably more towards the people that use venues. And the thing is, when they use a venue, Alan, is the fact that the venue should have their own risk assessment done.
Yeah.
And we just fill in little bits of details like, I don't know, there's a thing about, is there a notice about fire alarms and what have you available? And they just put yes in the vestibule. How many fire exits are there? 5. Is wheelchair access available? Yes. So we kept it as simple as we can for them to do. And a lot of our stuff is just yes, no tick boxes.
Yeah. Okay, I'd love to have a look. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Okay, I'll see if I can pull something together.
Right. Okay. So next thing is the Alan. I don't have some suggestions.
God, I knew you were going to get to this bit. Right. Okay. I haven't prepped this at all, so this is being done on a wing and a prayer. From the thing that I put in the admin forum about using TeamViewer for people that needed help, let's say members that need help doing stuff on their computer, I used TeamViewer, ages ago. I used to use it or something similar at work when I was actually earning a crust. But it had all disappeared into the background. I'd forgotten all about it. Suddenly came across TeamViewer. So I had a look at TeamViewer. and it seemed quite good. Now, when I put it on the admin users forum, it sounds as though some of you have already used that or something similar, and you possibly know more about it than I do. But what it is, it's a facility whereby, let's say Joe Blogs in your U3A is having problems with their computer of whatever ilk. They can't find something, they can't do something, something's not working right. What you can do with TeamViewer is they only need a small amount of knowledge about how to click things and what have you. And what you do is you go to the TeamViewer site and you can set up a link which you then send to them via email. They click on the link, you click on a link in your little bit. You can either do it on the web or via a bit of client software on your PC. You both click on the link, they click, you click. You take control of their PC, and when I say you take control of their PC, you can see what they are getting on their screen. You've also got control of their mouse, and you've also got, well, not their mouse, your mouse controls their PC, and your keyboard is also the thing that types in on their PC. So you've got full control, but it is only for the period where you are being asked to help them out, if you like. What I'll do, where am I going to go? I'll tell you where we'll go. Hold on a minute. Let me just go back to there, and then I will share that. Hold on. I've lost the screen. There we go. Got it. How do we share? I've forgotten how we share. I haven't done this for a long time. New tab. Share. Are we all seeing Google?
It's coming.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, okay, so you go into Google and you search for TeamViewer, and it's, oh hello, this is a different, no it's not, there we go. It says that you get a free 14-day trial.
No, that's Log Me In Rescue.
You're right, you're absolutely right. Where's TeamViewer gone?
There
we go. Right, so you want the one that is got the right address, TeamViewer, and you click on there. And it goes away and it comes up with a lovely little picture, if you like Lewis Hamilton. Personally, I would rather that wasn't there, but never mind. And it says try now for free. So you click on try now for free and it whizzes away. Hopefully you're seeing 3 easy ways to get started. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, good. Right. You've got the web client. Now the web client is the one where you do it just from your desktop on a per occasion basis, if you like. So each time you do it, you go back and you pick up the web client. It will take you to a URL or web address. Or you can download a desktop client. Now the desktop client means it will put an app. If you're using a Windows PC, I don't know quite how it works on a Mac, but on a Windows PC, if you click on the little Windows icon bottom left, it will come up in your list of apps that you've got in your on your PC. I've done that, but it's exactly the same whichever way you go. So I will click on Access Web Client. So you click on there, and it goes away. Now, as luck would have it, I've already set myself up. You do have to create an account. Website, there we go, website help. Right, continue. With a bit of luck, this is going to work. Password, yes, sign in. So once you've set up your account, let's get rid of that. You're now in the session on the web. I do apologise, this is all over the place. As I say, I've not really prepped this at all. You want to create a session. So you go down there, remote support. And I'm still getting these help screens as you go. Get rid of those. What it does is it sets up a URL there. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing this pop up?
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that. Right, so you've got https://quicksupport.me blah blah blah. You can either copy it and send it via your normal email, or Neil, give me an email address.
webmaster@cnnu3a.org.uk.
So if I now click on there and it says save, it seems a bit weird. I think it should say send, but if you click on save, what should happen is an invite has been sent to Neil. Okay, we'll ignore that one.
It's here.
You've got it already, have you?
Yes.
Woohoo! Right, okay, so
shall I join you?
You can do if you like. So it says there, waiting for user to join. So Neil's now got a link in his email.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to see it?
Yeah, if you like. Do you want to share? I'll stop sharing for a minute.
Yeah. Let me go back to that. Share. Sorry, it took a while for it to come through. That.
Right,
So.
Here we go.
There.
Right, so this is the email that Neil's got. It says, Team Viewer, Alan Knock is ready to help you, as if I can help you, Neil. Right, so all your end user, so your person that's having problems, they do is they click on join session.
Yeah.
So if Neil clicks on join session, if you stop sharing now, Neil, click on open Team Viewer, Neil, see what happens. Oh, remote connection. Right, I've just got a. Right, do you want to stop sharing, Neil, and I'll reshare on mine?
Sorry, you told me that, didn't you? I forgot.
Right, let me reshare. Oh, hang on, cancel.
Just a minute. I don't know whether I trust you. It says, please make sure this is.
Right. Okay. So, do you trust me, Neil? You should ask your end user whether they are happy with you taking over their computer, because they might turn around and say, "Well, I didn't want you to do that."
Well, some of ours get very fussy.
Right. Okay. So it's saying here. Hopefully, you can see this screen. It says there, ready. Can we all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So all I do now is I click on start session. Waiting for the invited user to join. And here we go. Right, we've now got multiple views.
Because we're on the same call.
Right. Well, hang on. I can now. Where are we? Let's go. I'm going to click on Crew and Nantwich up the top here.
Yeah.
So I've now moved. Hang on, let's block that. I've now moved over to Neil's Team Viewer. I won't take you to his emails. That would be very unfair. I can click on his meet.
He's having a different account.
There's back over there. I'm doing all of this. Neil's not touching a thing. Okay, so right, Neil, bear with me, and you will probably want to get rid of this. This is Neil's calendar. Are we seeing this?
Yeah.
So if I click on Neil's calendar and it says, got it, go away, add a title. This is me typing. This isn't Neil typing. Test session demo. Whoops, demo. So I am doing everything on Neil's computer. I don't want to make it. Click on save, and there it is. It that one?
Further on the 12th, you did it.
It's that one. That one up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can do whatever I want on Neil's PC. I could even go into his, he says full of confidence. Right, Neil's having problems with Excel. Down the bottom there, I've just clicked on his Excel icon and I open up his Excel. So I've got complete control of Neil's PC. At any point in time, Neil can terminate this session if I start going somewhere a bit odd.
How did he do that? How does he terminate it?
Right.
This is the bottom. Oh, can you not see that?
Right, now, Neil, you'll need to share your screen again. I'll stop sharing.
Go back to you. Share screen.
Team viewer.
Let me share the whole window. It's easier. Share that. Share. Okay. Should be able to see that there now.
Yeah.
I've got that there that I can stop presenting. I'm sorry, that's ignored.
So where's the rest of the?
It's at the bottom right. I don't think you can see it, can you? Let me just share the whole window. Oh, I did share the whole window, didn't I? Is it there? That's it.
That looks a bit better. Yeah, down the bottom you've got stop sharing in blue.
Yeah, that's right.
A button right at the bottom.
Yeah.
So
I can hit that.
It's in the middle, Neil, I think. Oh, hang on, that's session list. You've got.
No, it's one on the right here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Do you want to press it so it goes off?
Yeah, go on. Stop me sharing. Session has been closed by. Right, I'm now getting a screen saying the session has been closed by your partner. We've become partners, Neil.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, nice.
We'll have to move in together.
I'll stop sharing then.
Right.
You've not got me now.
Okay, let me share again. Hang on a minute. I think it's that one. Yes, there you go. Share. That's what you get. So if your end user closes the session down, okay, you get this connection ended. The session has been closed by your partner. I can click on OK, and it goes back to you. You could reconnect if Neil wants to reconnect, that is, because this stays in place until I think it's 24 hours.
Oh, tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest that this is probably only for use, and don't take this the wrong way. If you've got somebody that really, they know how to turn a PC on, and that's the end of the story, and whatever you try to explain to them on a video call just doesn't go in. If they get to that point where they go, well, I don't know what you're saying, I don't understand what you're talking about, you would use this in extremis, if you like. I don't think I'd use this as my first port of call to help somebody out. As I say, I would only use this in extremis where somebody really is sort of, you feel like you're banging your head on a brick wall trying to get them to do the most simple thing. But if you can do it on a video call, yeah, fine, great. One that I'm thinking of that might be useful for is, so long as they would let you share their computer, as it were, is when people turn around and say, I'm not seeing any of the emails that come out of the system, they seem to just disappear into the wild blue yonder. You've explained to them multiple times that they've got to make you a safe address, or your U3A's email a safe address, and they go, well, I don't know how to do that, and it's not always the easiest thing to do, to whitelist an email address. So if they've got a different email client to what you've got, you probably know what to search for in their email client, even if it's not the one that you use. So you could do a quick search in their email client and go, right, okay, it says here that you have to do X, Y, and Z, and they're still lost. Chances are, because you are somewhat more tech savvy, you will be able to go click, 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 and have it done in a matter of seconds.